Hello, this is Tengu from TheRollingCutters, and we are back with the demonstrations of the classes for Megaman 8-Bit Deathmatch. We are currently going to show off Megaman 3. If you haven't seen 1 or 2 and you want to before watching this video, you can just go check out the beginning of the playlist, and those will be there. The order doesn't really matter, you can watch this anyway. Anyway, first up we have Needleman. By using his primary attack and holding it down, you can fire a constant straight line flurry of needles that will run out. And yeah, you want that to recharge. It doesn't take too long. His secondary fire uses that stabby attack he has in Megaman 3. He just kind of pokes outwards the needles on his head. It's very close range and does a decent amount of damage. Actually, I'm going to add a bot here. Just gonna add what's his Snake Man, whatever. Just gonna go stab him so I can show the power of the secondary attack. There he is. And I keep missing. That would help if I didn't miss. He does not want to get hit. Oh, this is ridiculous. That took way too much work. Anyway. Yeah, that's about it for Needleman. Next we have Magnet Man. His main fire just shoots missiles. That, yeah, as you can see, they're homing in on Snake Man over there. And then there's that blank bar over there, and it's sort of like, well, what does that do? It's empty. Well, when you hold down the secondary fire, it'll start charging. And if you're not near anyone, you'll be like, well, what does this do? Well, that's his magnet pull attack, and you're like, well, does that pull people towards you? No, it does the exact opposite. It pushes them away. So as you can see, I just push Snake Man. The longer you charge this up, the farther it will push them. See, if I just hold it a bit, it'll only push him a little bit. Okay, that was weird. And that's about it for Snake Man. I was looking at Snake Man. Magnet Man. And next up is Gemini Man. This is a pretty fun class to use. The regular fire just shoots a default buster shot, pretty basic. The secondary fire shoots a nice flickering Gemini laser. The copy weapon version of Gemini laser doesn't flicker when you shoot it. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And as you can see, this does not use any ammo, nor does the regular fire. Well, what does use ammo? The item use, which is, it spawns a clone that runs along with you. However, when you're using this clone, you are restricted to only using the main fire. You cannot fire the Gemini laser while using the clone. That blue ammo bar serves as the clone's health bar. And he's being very glitchy right now. He won't get out of the walls. But anyway, the second he sees an enemy, he will repeatedly fire at it. And you can't really see very well because this is a really cramped map. Yeah, there you go. He's just repeatedly firing at Snake Man there. And as you can see, he's stuck on the wall and dying. That is, get out of there. Well, anyway, oh yeah, pressing the secondary fire will spawn him, automatically teleport him to where you're currently standing. And see, he just died. Now you have to wait for that to recharge. It takes a considerable amount of time, so this is probably the point where you'd run away and play a bit offensive with the Gemini laser and the Buster. Next up we have Hardman. He fires his fists off and they come back to you when you use the regular fire. His secondary fire is the Hard Earthquake, which is where he propels himself into the air with a small jet and plows himself face down into the ground. If you're in a small radius of him, it will deal damage along with stunning you. The closer you are to him, the more damage it does. And that did not work out well because of the ceiling. Just so I can... It doesn't really look like it's smashing his head into the ground from the first-person view, so if you look at this, yes, he is smashing his head into the ground. Next we have Top Man. He's very fast. His regular fire is Top Spin, which is exactly what it sounds like. You just spin, and this does decent damage if you hit head-on. You can also do a bit of a jump while using this too. His secondary fire just throws volleys of 3 tops. It's pretty standard. Snake Man, that bot there, first thing he does is just the regular fire fires search snakes, which can climb walls. Doesn't look like they're climbing walls, but the wall climbing animation from long ago just lags the game really bad. His secondary fire can climb things. It's pretty useful. His secondary fire actually can also do damage to things, and if you kill someone with it, it lists it as you poked them. Let me see if I can kill him with this. And you know what, I might not even bother, because this is going to get really frustrating really fast, because I can barely even see where he is. Because annoying skull tag bot strafing. Yeah, actually, you know what, he killed me. I think you can climb the ceilings too. Let me check that out. Yes, you can climb the ceilings. Alright, next we have Sparkman. And first you notice it's like, yes, it is just like Sparkman. The 2 prongs. I was actually using the secondary fire. The regular fire shoots 1 big shock that has a bit of a... Well, the cooldown time on when you can use the shock again leaves you pretty open for attacks, and if anybody's using a ripping weapon, that is what Sparkman is weak to, it will deal damage very fast. His alt fire shoots a bunch of small shots that you can fire faster in several directions. Now, both shots do stun people, but the bigger one, I think, stuns for longer and does more damage. So it's considerably more useful, but, you know, you have to kind of use both together to be able to master Sparkman. Sparkman's more of a class for team assists, not really for getting definitive kills with. Why can't I use the teleporter? There we go. Okay, next we got Shadow Man. He actually has 2 different variants of the Shadow Blade, which is the main fire I'm using. This version is just like the copy weapon, just you throw it and it comes back to you. The secondary fire is more like his attack in Megaman 3. He throws 2 of them that spread off into different directions. Oh, that was the secondary fire I just used there, actually. He turns invisible, and that ammo bar up there depletes the longer you're invisible, and when it runs out, you are forced to come out of invisibility. It should also be noted that in team games, if a Shadow Man on your team is invisible, you will still be able to see their head. Just so you know where they are. Okay, and then this is the last class I'm going to nope, not the last class, but this is Doc Robot. He is considered a copy weapon class, which means he can use weapons that you pick up. So, as you can see, this is his regular buster weapon. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Gemini Laser. The way this works, Doc Robot can only hold 1 weapon at a time. How do you drop the weapon? You just pick up just pick up another one, I think, yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know why he's only holding... Never mind, you know what? He's just a copy weapon class, that's all I need to know about him. I was thinking of the CTF version of... You know what? I was thinking of the weapons archive from CTF. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, he's just another copy bot class with really good armor. I think he might have... You know, never mind. I'm probably wrong about that. Okay, anyway. Next class I'm going to show off is Punk, because he showed up in Megaman 3 for Game Boy. I'm actually going to show Anchor as well, because I should have covered him in the Megaman 1 video and neglected to do so. So Punk, that's what he looks like, right there. His regular attack throws screw crushers in a straight line. Does pretty decent damage. His alternate weapon throws screw crushers similar to the copy weapon, which just throws them in an arcing pattern, and several of them, and they bounce. And his alt fire is the punk ball, or whatever you call it. He curls up into a ball and dashes in said direction. Now, while you're curled up, you can change directions. And you can also choose to stop the attack before it happens. So if you're curled up, you can press it again and he will get out of it. If you want to see what that looks like, it looks like this. And when he gets out of it, he just kind of uncurls. So yeah, and then I'm just going to show off Anchor here. Okay, Anchor. He has pretty decent speed, as you can probably tell here. His regular fire just shoots these little tiny mirror buster shots. They're pretty... not really weak. I do believe they do like 20 HP of damage. And a second alternate fire, you're like, well, what is he doing? He's just raising his rod into the air. Well, this is when he wants to absorb damage. So if I can just go find that Snake Man, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so there's Snake Man. See, when you use this, when I'm getting hit, as you can see, that ammo bar by my health is going up. That would be because I am absorbing the damage that Snake Man is dealing to me. And I can use that ammo bar and send it back at him as larger shots. So, as you can see, they are bigger, and they can deal more damage. Even though the bigger shot does more damage, the small shot isn't that big of a deal if you have to deal with using that. They're both somewhat difficult to hit with because of the speed and the small projectile size. Alrighty, well, that's all for the Mega Man 3 classes. Next time I will be doing Mega Man 4 classes along with Blade because he was in Mega Man 4 for Game Boy. So I'll see you then.